Hi, I'm Phil Smy, and this will be my year in cryptocurrency. Hey everybody, Phil here again in the next in my series about investing in cryptocurrency. I have kind of talked about what cryptocurrency is, how you can look at them, some of the technologies. That was kind of really introductory stuff, but let's get down to something exciting, which is how do you buy them? Now, if you've ever tried to open up a bank account in this post 9/11 world, you know how difficult that is. Buying altcoins, bitcoins, whatever, I'm going to use those terms interchangeably for now. Buying bitcoins is just as difficult. Again, like all these videos, this is just my opinion and it's based on my experience. Your experience may be different. Good for you. I hope so. How to buy bitcoins and altcoins. To buy any altcoin, you have to go through an exchange. I mean, you can go directly to a seller, like a guy, here, I've got some bitcoins, give me $100 and whatever. You can do that. Most people won't. I don't even know if I recommend it or not. It's an area I haven't looked into too much, but to me it sounds a bit dodgy. And on that note, let me get this out of the way right now. This series is for normal people. There will always be other, more complicated, perhaps cheaper ways of doing things. This is the tech world. You can either build a computer or buy a computer. This series is for people who buy, not people who build. So you need to have what I call an input exchange. I'm going to be using a lot of air quotes in this one because there's a lot of terms. So you need what I'm calling an input exchange. And this is to convert your fiat money into cryptocurrencies. Now, fiat money is a term I'd never heard of before, and I'm not young, and I've been investing for a long time. I'd never heard this term fiat, and it doesn't mean that little Italian car. It means government-backed currencies like, the Canadian dollar or the Japanese yen. So you need to convert your fiat into crypto. So to sign up with an exchange, you'll need to provide a government ID, and that'll take time to get verified, and blah, blah, blah. I started all of this when I was in Canada at the end of last year. And that's relevant because what exchanges you can use and how you can use them depends on where you are resident. Technically tax resident, but you know what I'm talking about. So completely contrary to the spirit of decentralized currencies, that the flag wavers of crypto talk about, your government is controlling the way that you can get these coins. Personally, I don't get it. I'm not quite sure of this relationship. I don't know why we let this happen, but that's something I hope to look into a little bit more in this series as well. In Canada, I kind of looked at a bunch of different input exchanges, but whittled it down to two of them, and that was Coinbase and Quadriga CX. Coinbase, everybody's heard of Coinbase. Very user-friendly. They have a great iPhone app, for instance. They are more expensive than other input exchanges, but they let you use a credit card. Initially, that's limited to $250 a week, but after a month, it goes up to $1,000 a week. And so that's pretty cool and easy. But the issue now is that Coinbase purchases, at least in Canada, I would imagine other places, are treated like cash advances on your credit card. So you will be charged for them. I'm recording this at the end of January 2018. That's the situation right now. It sucks. Quadriga CX, if I'm saying that right, on the other hand, was good. They didn't offer credit card support, but they did offer this Interac transfer, e-transfer inside Canada for, so I could transfer in like $50 or $100. That was great. But then they put the minimum up to $2,000, and then they put it up to $10,000 minimum to do the exchange of money into it. So that puts it completely out of reach of people wanting to do trickle investment like myself. Now I am back in Japan. I opened up an account on Bitflyer. Bitflyer, I think they're opening an exchange in the US. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, I'm in Japan. I had no issues with my ID, Japanese ID verification. They did some address verification. And then after that's gone through, you can do these almost instant bank transfers from your bank into Bitflyer, small bank charge to do the transaction, and that's all. I love Bitflyer. So Bitflyer, if you're in Japan, cheap and easy. Coinbase, more expensive, it charges fees, its rates are not as good, but it's definitely the easiest. And you know, we're talking about highly volatile investments here where you can go up or down 20% in a day. So waiting a few days to put your money into an exchange where you might save a few percent, to me doesn't make sense at this point. Get your money in as fast as possible and buy if it's the right time to buy. So I use Coinbase or Bitflyer to buy the Bitcoin or Ethereum or LiteCoin. As it stands right now, again, I'm doing this at the end of January 2018, and this is a constantly moving target, Bitcoin has a high transaction fee and a slow transaction time. So if you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, obviously buying Bitcoin is a good idea. But if you want to buy other currencies, altcoins, if you want to move into that, then in my opinion right now it's better to buy Ethereum as a mode of transport for your cash. Ethereum has a lower transaction cost, it's faster, meaning you can move your money from the input exchange to your trading exchange much more cheaply. And you're saying, Phil, now what's this trading exchange? Yeah. So not all currencies are available on all exchanges. So these big ones, like Bitflyer and Coinbase that I'm talking about, they only sell or trade in, I should say, the big ones. You know, the BitCoin, BitCoinCash, Ethereum, LiteCoin, those kind of coins by and large. To get into these other altcoins, you'll need to go out to these, what I'm calling trading exchanges, which offer lots and lots of trading pairs so you can move between Ethereum and Neo or whatever it is. I'm using Binance a lot to convert those Ethereum coins, or Ethereum tokens, sorry, into altcoins. Why Binance? Well, I wanted to buy, and I'm sure I'm saying this wrong, Economy coin, and Binance offered it. Also, I think the name's kind of sexy, naughty. Binance. I'm sure I'm going to use other exchanges. I'm already using KuCoin to get some currencies. So this is something you'll become more familiar with over time, that you need to go out and have accounts on lots of different exchanges. Depends on what kind of coin you're interested in. So that's where we're at right now. And just quickly to get into what to buy, that's coming later, but what to buy now. You got your four main cryptocurrencies, your Bitcoin, BitCoinCash, Ethereum, and LiteCoin. I see Bitcoin and Ethereum as mainstream, solid investments. Yes, they're volatile, but if you buy into those within reason and you hold, you're going to make some money there. And I'm talking long-term holding. Not far behind are Bitcoin Cash and LiteCoin. I think those four are less risky, volatile but less risky, if that makes sense. There's hundreds and hundreds of other altcoins out there. All of them have their fans, all of them have their detractors. It's up to you to do the research that I touched on in another episode about how to figure out which one. I have a strategy that I use for stock investing that, summarized very high level, is that I buy well-known or well-positioned in a sector stocks. I'd like to keep that strategy. Well-known, we can kind of figure out with cryptocurrency. Well-positioned, really difficult, requires some research. I don't want to make these too long, so I'm going to end this here. And I think I'm going to put some links below into those exchanges that I'm talking about, you know, Coinbase, maybe Quadriga, Bitflyer, Binance, KuCoin. I'll put some links down there. They might be affiliate links. Don't freak out. You're free to not use them if you don't want to. And that kind of covers how we get our money into the system, how to go from this into Bitcoin. Next time, I'm going to talk about these other altcoins, start to look at other things that I'm buying and other investment strategies, and perhaps some other aspects of this cryptocurrency, because the whole culture is pretty interesting if you ask me. But that's enough for me for now. We'll see you soon.